reality is boring. You and your fantasies belong on AvaTalk. If you want what you imagine, today's the day to have a talk. To have a talk on AvaTalk.
Good evening, everyone. We are again here in another episode of the AvaTalk, and I'm with Fons and Lane. How are you guys?
Hi, Ava. Hi, Lynn. I'm Lynn.
Yeah,
Thanks for asking. Hopefully you are too. How about you, Lynn?
I am also good. I'm feeling so tired right now, but it's very nice. It's very nice to meet you again, guys.
I agree. I guess it's the Thursday blues. Halfway of the week.
Yeah,
Yes, that's so true.
yeah. In our past episodes, we had a lot of topics like how metaverse will be beneficial to us, especially when it comes to earning money, etc.
hmm
Right?
I agree. Yeah. That was probably an interesting topic, actually. And we have talked about a lot of opportunities on how we could make money and or
Yeah.
how we could earn in the virtual world, such as, the art gallery or having spaces for your uh, events, such as brand events and everything like that.
Yeah, and how metaverse is helpful in the market of different brands, like what I've said before, the Nike and Gucci, who those brands are already in the metaverse and the virtual world also.
Yeah, I remember. Like, I really wanted to actually go to one of those events in the future, but yeah.
Yeah, so right now, since we are in a new episode of the AvaTalk, I'm curious about, do you guys want to be famous in real life or in virtual world, in metaverse?
Oh, good question.
Okay, well, I prefer to be famous in internet rather than in real life, because you know what, it is very hard to be famous in real life, as what you have noticed to other famous people and the other in the real world. It is very hard to go outside because you cannot give your mind a peaceful thing, because there's a lot of people who is watching you, who is looking at you, and there's a lot of paparazzi who's taking a picture of you without any consent. But in a virtual world, you can be a famous in a metaverse and you're just in your house. So I think I must prefer to be famous in the metaverse rather than in the real life, because no, I don't like it. I'm not comfortable with that.
I totally agree, actually. Like, being famous in real life is really fun, to be honest. Like, having to see your fans in person and everything is really great. But of course, it always has its caveats. And of course, being famous in person does mean you get to sacrifice the normal things you do in your daily life, such as just the simple idea of going grocery shopping or even like looking at arts or attending events. Like, those are out of the picture when you become famous in person. But in the virtual world, like with what we've experienced previously, we've already seen famous people in the virtual world that are still able to approach their fans and still be able to, be social with everyone else, but still be in the comforts of their own home and still feel safe and still have a persona outside of the virtual world that does not feel scared or vulnerable when they go out.
So meaning to say, a lot of people, if we're going to ask them, they prefer to be famous in virtual world since they
I
are
assume so, yeah.
they don't want to compromise their private lives. But what's being compromised is the socialization in person. Do you think is that a good thing?
To be honest, it is a mixture of both. Well, when it comes to having less social interactions, it can also lead to, the fear or the idea of missing out on opportunities and everything. So I guess on my end, it would really be a 50-50 thing if you're sociable or you're less able to interact with the people outside.
Well, you can be famous though. You can be noticed to a lot of people, especially internationally. But yeah, I think it's very hard to me, but yeah.
But also those famous people, they also use the different platforms to meet and greet their fans, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, right, right, right. I guess it's one thing that they can do to reach further audience when it comes to, like, of course, not all of their fans or their fan base is in one location that they can go to. So it would really help them connect with everyone else that their fan base basically.
It's funny we talk about clout and being not clout, but being famous in the metaverse. But at the end of the day, weren't we all just here to have fun, especially when playing games? Like that's how most of us started. That's how I also started here in Metaverse because I just play games before. I forgot the game. Oh, what's that? I forgot. It's just that the
Well,
virtual
I'm
game.
sure it's fun.
Yeah, it's like it's a clan game, but I forgot what is it, and then I discovered Discord because of it. So your question is, as adults, why do you think we still play games or hang out in virtual spaces like this? What keeps us coming back here in Metaverse? Funds.
For me, honestly, it really gives me a break from everything that's going on in life. Of course,
Yeah, me too.
it's really the life in general is really toxic. So being able to play games with your friends, connecting with everyone else that you're enjoying company with really does help take your mind off of the problems that you have in the real world, of course. So that's why I keep on coming back to playing games with my friends and my family, everyone.
For me, sometimes, yeah. When I was boring, I usually play any kind of games here in online, and yeah, because it also gives me a peace of mind, I think,
Yeah,
and I think it is my stress reliever when I play online games.
yeah, because it serves as stress reliever. But I was thinking you're going to say that when you were a boy. Did she notice that? I thought she was going to say, when I was a boy, I didn't know that you were boring. Now I'm thinking. But yeah, but going back, yeah, it is a stress reliever of those, especially those people who are already adults, working adults like me, and those people that I encountered in the metaverse in different virtual reality games. Actually, I have encountered someone who is 50 years old. Did you encounter someone older than 30 years old or what? I was so shocked that those people are still playing games.
Like they were playing games with you in
Yeah,
the virtual world.
and my first game that I played in here in the virtual world, he was a doctor, 50 years old, and then one is a woman who is like 40 years old with a child. She's just spending her time because sadly his husband just died, and
Oh.
it's a way of her. They call that, yeah, escape from what's happening. Yeah, and a lot more.
Actually, in general, like games, I feel like doesn't really have an age limit, right? Like
Yeah.
it's
Yes, of
what's fun about
course.
them. That's what makes games really fun. Like everyone can play. No one's stopping you from play a certain game because of your age. Like, I have seen a grandma before, like in a video platform back then, playing
Yeah.
shooting games. Like she's snapping all of these people. She's really good. She's like really entertaining as well. So just that in general, like gives you a sense of like a concept of idea na that doesn't really have an age limit playing games.
Yeah,
Playing virtual, 'cause they are playing games?
Yeah, the grandma is playing a shooting game and she's really good at it, mind you. So yeah, in the virtual world, there's no age limit whatsoever.
I think you know what the most famous game before up until now was the Candy something. Are you familiar with that, guys?
Of course, Candy Crush. Like everyone
Yes,
else will.
adult people are playing this.
Yeah, it's endless. Like the levels are endless.
Oh wait, once you know what? I saw in the internet before that they reach the top, the very very high.
High level.
Yes, saw on the internet before that she reached the end of the Candy Crush. Though you're, oh, that's very amazing.
Mr. Which that is that yes. Is there an end to it? I thought there's no end, no end on Candy Crush. I haven't informed
Yeah,
about.
I thought that it was a joke, but dude, they're taking a video.
And honestly, playing games as adults isn't just about fun anymore. Yeah, sometimes we actually get good at it. Maybe you, I don't know, I'm not good at it. Like, we discover like a real strategy and creativity. When it comes to metaverse, we discover other talents that we have, even in community building. Just like me, I discovered that I have talent in community building. So here's the thought: do you think the skills we build in virtual worlds actually matter in real life? Like, can we use it in our real life jobs?
Oh yeah. For me, yes, it is because when we say, oh, for example, hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, hosting and events. Okay, so you can use it in real life because, for example, if someone is having a wedding, for example, your wedding Anne, and and then I will be your host in your very a special day, and I think it will be very useful in real life being a host in a virtual world and also in the real life.
Yeah, I agree with you, Lynn. With that, actually, I would probably tackle more on the technical side of it. Like, of course, in games or in anything we do in the virtual world, we actually use our complex part of the brain where we think and we act accordingly. So with that, I guess we could train our minds further to have a critical thinking implementation into the real life. So of course, when we play games online or virtually, we have to
We need to
coordinate with
strategize.
we have to strategize with our teammates. We have to plan. We have to think if this is the right decision for this specific action for the game. So we could also apply that into real life, wherein we could also coordinate with our teammates from in work, or we could also plan our personal decisions independently and think if this is the right decision for this specific action.
So meaning to say, you once you develop through games or anything virtual, you develop critical thinking.
I agree. And motor skills, I guess. Motor skills is very important in the real life and actually in virtual world as well.
Like
Yeah.
what kind of modern skills do you have? Do you have already
Like,
discovered through virtual world?
well, to be completely honest, motor skills is more on a coordination level with your hands or your physical body. So
Yeah.
using your body like in conjunction with your actions properly. Like I do sports, like I do badminton, and with that I also apply those motor skills, of course, and also I could
Ah,
apply
motor skills. I was hearing motor skills.
skills, motor skills for your actions and your gestures, your movement, basically. You also apply that to your virtual world by, I guess, your fingers. Be very agile with your fingers. So yeah.
Oh yeah. So anything like for example me, I didn't knew that I can be a moderator. Just like what I've told you before in past podcast, that inside my jobs, in different jobs in Metaverse, I've developed moderating skills, what else, community building. And right now, I didn't know that I can host. I mean,
Mm.
I host in real life actually when there are events, and also because my job real life is also teaching, so that's why. I think that is very, what do you call that, natural for me to speak in front of different people. And I can say that I have skills when it comes to things like in computer, and I can use that in my work in real life also. So there are a lot of things,
Definitely.
skills that has developed in virtual reality in metaverse that I can use in everyday living. Yulin, what did you discover? You first, Fons.
Sorry, going back to what you said in the computer skills, like, wouldn't you all agree that in this day and age, we're all in the computer world now? So it
Yeah,
really
computer
matters if
age.
you're a computer literate person, yeah. So the virtual world really helps us be more computer literate.
If you don't know how to use it, it seems that you cannot go along with what is in trend, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So how about you, Lynn? What did you
Yeah.
discover?
Oh, for me, aside from what you've said earlier about a computer something, I discovered something as what I have said earlier that good at communicating and in virtual world and as well as in the what you call this in
Real
in
life.
real life. Yeah, I am so much talkative. Get
So you're
right. Yeah, very, very, very
very extrovert person.
yeah, I really like to share all of what's happening in my life. I am willing to share that one. That's why. So I have noticed that I'm so good at communicating. Just like what you have said earlier, and that you also hosted some events, and yeah, I do it also here in our town. And yeah, I am what the one who's hosting some wedding events, birthday parties, or yeah, any events, especially in the school. So yeah, I think
Meaning to say, Lynn, the thing that you have developed is the hosting skills. I mean, you have developed it already, but inside the virtual world, you have mastered it well. Yeah, right?
yes, you're definitely right. And
Okay. So that being said, whether you're out here building your you just want to cloud chase, or you want to be famous in metaverse, or you're just playing for peace of mind, or you just want to learn a lot of skills, or picking skills or whatever, you didn't even realize that those things are useful, and you can use that in real life, in everyday living, and that becomes who you are. So at the end of the day, virtual reality is not just a game. So it's a space where we connect, where we learn, escape, and grow, and sometimes we vibe through the metaverse. So to those who are watching us or listening to us, uh yeah, don't forget to also visit the Metaverse website and X account. Just search Metaverse on X, and also our website is metaverse.com, so you can see all of the services that we offer. And of course, we have our YT channel. Just search Metaverse. Okay.
Yeah,
So
go look up the website because there are a lot of topics there that are interesting to the
yeah, we have a
virtual
lot of blogs
world.
that they are also posted in X actually. So please check it out. Thanks for hanging out again, Lynn and Fons. And also to our uh, thank you also to our viewers and listeners for hanging out with us in this another episode of Avatar, AvaTalk. I'm your host, Eva, with my co-hosts Fonse and Lynn.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great
Yeah.
day.
Thank you so much. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe tell us in the comments what's your most underrated virtual skill, and everything that you can say. Just drop in the comments section. Catch you next time in the Metaverse, guys.